Infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him. The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. "Sorry, kid," Reynardo told the kid. "Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone." "My mother died for this book!" "I promised her I'd protect you." "Oh, damn it." The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him. The two Ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The Ravens cawed and rushed at him.
For the Emperor. Actually, it's pretty good combat.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid. Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side
Welcome to
of the
the
gate.
stream.
Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere. And neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away.
That's
Had to
running,
hand
that's
it to
not
the kid.
hopping.
He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword?
Oh, probably in this chest.
Ore and wind essence? Perfect. A hero sword. QED. This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Reynardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid.
I think over here.
But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
Where's that damn kid at, anyways?
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Cute, said Reynardo. Ah, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
Oh my god, this game is so much better than I thought it was gonna be.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kessler run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And
Oh, look, a
something
Star Wars
told
joke.
him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! The kid ran for it, and a goggler nailed him with its ivy.
Is that, okay. It still showed the unconscious thing, so I didn't know if it was dead or not.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes.
Oh my god, that's
Damn it.
depressing.
Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Can I destroy these? No, I've got a bunch of these to destroy back here too. Looking for that ore. Is that all? Yeah.
What was the big deal about this book? He should open it and...
I was just like,
Find
what
out.
the fuck?
All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur. And now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. Where are you running, rebel? Cawed the Raven captain over the loudhailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Renato yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life! It cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lupino or the Sky Ripper.
What do you think? Comment your answer and I will choose that.
Every
Took too long.
child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it. As he set foot on the island, Renato could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lupino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Get the Sky Ripper armature. In the mine. We're over here to nothing. Awesome. Workbench.
craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
Ooh, that looks cool. Because you can have max of 4 different blades that you can upgrade. Oh, those lovely things. Can I hit that with... Nope.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
Up.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Reynardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one. Reynardo's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
And I smashed a bunch of things. Oh, I don't have a skill point. Huh. Wrong sword.
God. It's full of stars.
Cool. How do I even dash? I unlocked dash. Oh. Jesus Christ. This combat's a lot different than I was expecting.
Reynardo felt a little better.
Son of a bitch. Welcome to the stream. You just witnessed me die.
But there were still so many games
My God,
to play.
I'm still getting used to the
Renato
controls.
thought as he died.
What?
Bye-bye, life, he thought. Hello, emptiness. To
Jesus
everything,
Christ.
there is a season. He turned over and died.
I'm literally going to be editing this out of my video when I do highlights.
Where was the cake? He'd been promised cake.
I'm here.
See?
Where Renato went next, we cannot follow. Yet.
God damn, this is so fucking hard.
What dreams may come, he thought. And then he found out.
Only 15 ore, of course.
It was good to practice your moves, thought Reynardo. Keeps you limber. For once, he didn't have anything clever to say. So
See, like, what the hell am I even supposed to do when I have two enemies hitting me at once?
To teach you how to fly. Should have faked left and then gone left, he thought. And then, he never thought again.
Okay, seriously, this game's really pissing me the fuck off.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Reynardo. No?
Bull fucking shit. Anything to destroy to get more health. Oh, well, that's a interesting glitch. He'll always have Paris, he thought. And then he died. There we go.
Reynardo had learned so much.
Oh my god,
It was time
finally.
to turn it into something he could use.
Now that I can dash, it should go a lot easier. And I can't go back. Awesome. Hey, welcome to the stream, guys. I'm doing horrible. Combat's a little funky for me.
This chest was filled with reprints of the entire Sandman series. Reprints? What was the point of collecting those? Ooh, and there was something else.
Hey, welcome to the stream, everyone. Oh, wrong sword, can't do that yet. You guys missed me trying like 8 times just to get past this first part.
Say goodnight, Gracie, said Reynardo, wondering who Gracie was.
Son of a bitch. There we go. Let's see what this trophy was for. Oh, bring 50 enemies closer to you. Holy crap, I've already done that 50 times. Excuse me, guys. Looks like that's for the fire sword. Pull this one first. There we go.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Oh my god, health. Getting more health makes you so fucking happy.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Oh, guys, should I go to Zenobia or work on getting the Skyripper? What do you guys think? Up to you guys. I'm sure it is.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core. He looked up at the old trees around him. They were so big and so old. They'd been there before he was born, and they'd be there after he'd passed into legend. Was he confronting his own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero, and soon he'd prove it.
See what's over here. Whee! Welcome to the stream, fourth person. How's it going? God, I hope this wasn't a mistake. It probably was.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought
Probably
Renato.
swords. I don't know, it's just a guess.
Where did that go to?
There we go. Finally got the hang of combat.
Renato felt ready to become faster. there were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest, the mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Nice.
He'd missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion.
Welcome to the stream. You ever played this game? Hey, goodbye. I'm like actually getting the hang of combat now. It feels so much better. Is that the core?
The 20-sided core made him feel
Yes.
physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it. Well, of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective.
WTFLOL.
That's what that is. Why do I have a comments to speech? It sounds horrible. I don't know. ILOL.
Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now? Thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it. The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction. Who needed bridges, anyway?
Gimme. Nice. items.
That
No
ought to
gems
be enough
yet.
for a proper sword, he thought.
Come on, workstation, please.
Renato felt new powers ready to
Nice.
blossom within him, or something. A legendary weapon was exactly what the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun? No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
I'll go up here first. This is like where I just was. Oh my god, it won't let me go back down, will it? What? Oh my god, I'm stuck.
His mother had never let him wave his sword around at home. He guessed he was still compensating for that.
That was interesting to say the
Renato
least. Had found his game changer. He would ignore all distractions and focus on the Sky Ripper. His trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
Nice.
Energy spheres. Easy to dodge, but boy did they sting if you didn't pay attention. Renato hated warlords, the way they stayed back and lobbed pain and death from a distance. Cowards. Really dangerous, effective cowards.
Nothing over here. Welcome to the stream. Damn. Wind essence.
There were stickers all over the platform for really hot lady foxes, with pictures and addresses and everything.
Some hot lady foxes for all you furries out there. God damn. Boss?
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Sky Ripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Yeah, Sky Ripper could tear a hole in existence itself. There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If Sky Ripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen till our whole existence fell into it.
Another toad sighed. Irving still believes in string theory.
At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use. Renato was about to leave when he was stopped by one of the scientist toads.
There is something else you should know. There are rumors the Ravens are searching for an ancient artifact on a nearby desert island. There are legends of something called the Iblis Stone, a gem of great and evil power.
Where is this island? Asked Renato.
Yeah, sort of that way?
Said the toad, pointing vaguely west. The fleet was already there. There was nothing Renato could do about it. For the moment. Well, he should have known he'd have to consult Calaveras again. The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know of the Transcendent Emperor? He hoped it wouldn't delay him too long. The rebels had scheduled the final battle soon. Every day they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Sky Ripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
Hopefully they should be able to craft another sword soon.
Maybe it was the cold. But after a few steps, Renato's optimism started to slump. What if Calaveras couldn't help? Did Renato dare use the Sky Ripper? Oh, he hated that he had chosen this path. It was so much simpler to rescue friends and attack enemies, even if some of those friends were more trouble than his enemies. Some of those enemies had been friends before and might be lovers after. No, okay, it wasn't all that much simpler, no. Physics made his brain hurt. That, at least, he was sure of.
It's a one-way path. I'm not gonna go there yet.
He felt like Tarzan.
I knew to go this way. Oh, nice. I can finally get a fire sword. Oh, I don't have enough ore, do I? Son of a bitch. Well, welcome to the stream.
This is why heroes are called dashing, Renato thought. See? Dashing? Get it?
Anything else over here?
Renato wondered what would happen if he jumped. Would he be rescued by an emergency platform?
I'm pretty sure I would just die. Like, I'm 99% sure that would happen. Which way, guys? Down here or down there? I'll go this other way first.
He was in a swirl of newly remembered knowledge. He needed to focus.
More enemies!
Tried to focus on the now. The ravens who seemed everywhere all the time. Where did they hatch from? Were there giant raven hatcheries somewhere, or did they have families? Ooh, he didn't want to think about raven mummies raising their darling raven chicks. Yeah, Calvaris would help. He would make Renato feel better about using the Sky Ripper. And then Renato wouldn't have to worry about ravens ever again.
Good lord, going up?
Renato's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
I feel like I'm missing so much of this game.
Me a lever, said Archimedes, and I shall open a gate. Renato had sacrificed a friend for the Sky Ripper. It would be worth it if he could bring a super weapon to the rebellion, but the scientists had ruined everything.
Seriously, this game's a lot better than I was expecting it to be.
Calaveras had never let him down.
Yeah, of course I can make it work better.
But when Renato explained about the strings, Calaveras grew thoughtful.
Oh, strings, you say? Well, the Arcana do speak of the ties that bind the world.
He drew many intricate symbols in the dirt.
Yeah, so, according to my calculations, each time you fire, I'm afraid there's a 1 in 120 chance you'll destroy the universe.
That's pretty good odds. That's like rolling, what, 21 dice and they all come up 6. What are the odds of that?
What? No! It's more like 2.716s in a row.
Anyway, with those odds, it won't happen if I use it just once.
What? No. That's so not right. Look, each time you use it... Okay, look. Just don't use it ever. At all, okay?
All right, I guess. As he sailed away from the mountains, Renato could see clouds darkening. Rain? No. Ships. Imperial ships, swarming thick as bees. This was
Damn Imperials.
the big battle. They could not afford to lose this one. What if it did not go well? What if he had to use the Sky Ripper? Could he gamble the universe? On the other
I
hand,
would.
what were the odds of rolling 21 sixes in a row? The battle was not going spectacularly well. What had the rebels been thinking? They'd been thinking he would bring the Sky Ripper.
Damn
Or
it.
the Iblastone. Or that he'd sideline Zenobia somehow. Or turn her. Couldn't he use the Sky Ripper just once? After all, if chances were 1 in 128, that meant he'd for sure be okay the first time. They'd get worse each time he used it, but the first time would be okay, right? He wasn't sure that it was right. So he didn't fire the Sky Ripper. He just brought it along, in case.
Damn, I need the Void Sword, don't I?
He wasn't that good. Yet.
Did I like take the short path or something? Nice.
Smashing things was fun.
Damn it, I want more ore.
A chest full of old banana peels. There had to be more. There was.
I don't know what the point of those were.
Let's just keep this between us, if you don't mind.
Oh, cool.
This was much easier than free climbing. Someone had told him the odds didn't change just because you'd had a streak of good luck. His gut told him that was wrong, though. And he always listened to his gut. On the other hand, 128 chances to win, but one of them would destroy the universe. That seemed a bit serious. Maybe he could defeat the Emperor without firing the Sky Ripper. Maybe he could bluff, but with a real weapon. Like in cards, when you had 3 knaves, but you pretended you had a fizbin. That could work. He'd once met a pirate captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. What was his name again?
Ow. Shoot at enemy. He set up the Sky Ripper and let it warm up. He would bluff if he had to. Zenobia came out, flanked by a very daunting platoon of ravens. You won't actually use that, she said in that annoying, I know everything because I'm a cat and you know nothing because you're just a fox voice she had. Oh, I know the odds. Good. Because there's a real chance you could destroy the universe. No, not the first time I use it. The odds are too low. What? No? Yeah, sure. The first time, the odds are practically nothing. They only go up if I use it a bunch more times. No, but that's not how odds work. Didn't you pay attention in class? Now
Hoo-hoo.
surrender, or I'll use it. Just once, he said.
Don't. He felt sure the odds were with him. You have to go with his gut. That's what heroes do. Fire, he said. Please? The Skyripper fired. With a tremendous whoosh, the Emperor's flagship went up in flames. It
Oh
was
boy, he done
awesome.
did it.
Then he noticed
There was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it,
Did I
widening
just
it.
stop?
It grew
Oh.
larger.
I just destroyed
and
the
even
universe.
larger. Crates fell upwards into it, and the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror, as it poured into the ravenous hole.
My bad, guys. I
1 in
destroyed the whole universe.
128. What are the odds? Thought Reynardo. And then everything fell into the hole and was gone.
Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar.
Oh my god,
And
there's a bunch of different
it was
stories.
still burning.
Cool.
He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly. He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Skyripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Reynardo. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Lupino was no game changer, but could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Ha ha ha,
The
screw my
island
old
was
friend.
windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Reynardo went ostrich hunting.
I keep leaving my old friend to die, but what do I care?
Every child could sing verses about the Skyripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were
Gimme,
all
gimme, gimme.
these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple,
Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now. Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals.
Excalibur? Nah.
Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a sword?
How much do I need total to upgrade this? $50. Beautiful. It's not going to take forever or anything.
The air here tasted bitter. steps were too tall for a person. The entire place felt restless, like it had been vexed to nightmare under the dust.
Welcome to the stream,
Waiting for
guys.
its
I'm
hour
on
to
my
come around at
second
last.
story.
Hey, I hear Black is the new dead.
Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. And he hadn't come too late.
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
Oh, that's not what I want. Not bad, not bad.
Hero wall, hero sword, ice wall, ice cube.
No.
Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
Damn right I'm hot enough. Super chest. Oh, jam. Jam. Oh, I need the void sword.
Renato smash!
Renato smash! There, that's what I need. Can I go back to the... Yes, I can.
That come in handy in a pinch.
Fun fact, you cannot just dash straight through fire.
The
Ultra
Ravens
Extreme
did not
guys.
get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with Tomb Raiders.
I'm working on my second story. First story I did was
a very
with the
clever engineer named Elon Muskrat got his start
guy or
making
whatever.
floating platforms. Not many people knew that.
Ooh.
It was
Elvis?
a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up.
Oh hell
Who
yeah.
said that? It was the stone. Eager, thirsty. That
Sounds good to me.
seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Reynardo wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the Transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "Not the core," said the stone anxiously.
I want to be Emperor.
Why was he listening
Emperor.
to a talking rock? Ah, but the rock had a point. If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior,
But the rock
he could
has a
defeat
point.
the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old Toad had sought for himself. To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes, especially when they've become enemies.
Yeah, sorry for not having a face cam, guys. I'm working on affording a PlayStation camera. Like, I mostly stream from my computer, but there's certain games, like PS4 exclusives, that I'll do. I mean, this was free on PlayStation Plus this month, so...
As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Reynardo had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun.
Was it the time of the lost gods before the Transcendent Emperor? Was it the future? It whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls. Its thirst for blood. All right, I get it.
This was going to be interesting.
I got it, everyone's already dead.
Gogglers. Reynardo hated gogglers. It was almost impossible to sneak past them. If one didn't spot you, another one would.
Go. That was all of them.
just have a dash, thought Renato.
Oh, it wasn't an item.
Zenobia was waiting for Renato. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws. Are you here to surrender? She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone. And I've missed you too, love. He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
Yo, what a pussy. Aha, get it? Get it? 'Cause she's a cat?
Hey, a workbench! He could try out his new bling.
Oh yeah, that's right, I did pick up a gem.
Wasn't making a dent in those shields. The ravens on Zenobia's island were no match for Renato. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger.
Damn right.
The stone told him.
Take the power.
Finally, Renato caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened. He didn't like seeing her this way.
I like it though.
Whispered the stone. You cannot win your rebellion without it. Please. No, said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
Obviously I'm gonna kill her.
With a flick of his wrist, he slashed Zenobia's throat. Her eyes widened even more. And then the light went out of them. Renato felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam. Exalted the Iblis stone. Tasty. Renato returns to the Farfarer and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly. It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done.
Hey, I killed your daughter and absorbed her soul. What's up?
The Nexus was beautiful. He'd never realized how beautiful. Everything glowed. The wind was so sweet. The sun so soft. The stones so warm. The black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke, under a dead sun. A voice calls him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor
everything.
from there. There had to be something useful in these things, didn't there?
see what's up the stairs.
Renato wondered if his future self had commissioned these poles.
You bitch.
You know, ore is pretty heavy to carry. You know what's not? A new sword.
What's up here? Death and
Up
Despair?
ahead was Lapino. What was he doing here?
Bernardo! Hey, buddy! Hey there, old buddy! Please don't kill me.
Why would I kill you? Asked Renato, although he had been thinking about it.
Well, you've become... look, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil? Maybe you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think? See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep?
I suppose you wanted, Renato said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis. Oh, had he just killed Lapino? Oh, damn it.
Oh, son of a bitch. Actually, I poked him a little too hard. He got booped to death.
Take a leap of faith, said the inscription.
Oh my god, so much ore. Finally got almost all of my weapons. Damn it.
Renato rampaged through the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo
Rampaging.
At the last moment, he remembered not to kill the Farspeaker Toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence. The Emperor was scared, like little girl.
Like
Well,
little
he would
girl.
gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet. Yes, applauded the Iblastone. Tremendous. Then the Emperor would have to answer his Farspeaker, wouldn't he? Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become? The mountains. Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lapino. called the Rebel Council to let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed the Far Speaker Toad. Why? Oh, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it. Then he set off for the ruins and the secret rebel base. The ruins were crawling with ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Renato thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me. Well, here I am.
Ooh, or.
You are the honest warrior. Never. Whispered the Iblastone. And he had to agree with it, for once. Who was as good as Renato?
No one. For I am God. Nice. I can finally make the Void Sword.
Employment for.
Well, he wants to get enough.
He was a
Or.
job creator.
I hope this game gets a platinum trophy.
I need more materials, thought Renato.
No,
He was
sad.
sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Oh. Welcome to the stream, guys.
What's there?
Ooh. What's up here? Oh, nice. In the chest. Not bad, not bad. Could have done better.
Urged the stone. Let it make you Emperor. Come to think of it, Renato thought as he put down another raven, why shouldn't I be Emperor? How did anybody get to be Emperor anyway? By making war. Oh, I mean, not counting the transcendent Emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods and started time. Yes, he should be Emperor. He would make a great Emperor. Right, Stone? Oh, right, boss. You blinked.
Oh wow, I almost died. Awesome.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good. Ice walls only let you through if they knew you were cool.
Bullshit. There we go. I have more health than I started with.
Renato had learned so much about... Ooh, what was it again?
Much better that time. So you guys enjoying the stream? What's in this one?
Renato had once invested in a jewel store, but it lost money because someone kept robbing it. Twist. It was him.
That's a nice little story.
Renato strode into the council. Let's do this thing. Let's make me emperor. They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the emperor thing? Yeah, he meant to bring that up later. I mean, let's go win this rebellion. He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them. He cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon, there was no one to cut down.
I kinda
Well
killed them
then,
all.
he'd have to attack the fleet alone. More for me, he said. Unless it was the stone that said it. Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now. But first, finish him. The Emperor, that is.
Yeah. Time to end the story. And then work on the next one.
Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty, and a new one to take its place.
Dynasty?
He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them. And enslave the toads, too. All the animals would worship him as a god. He had once been a god.
Where to go?
He would willingly give him their blood and their souls. and the world would change, would become familiar again.
Oh, look, enemies. No? Damn. See, I don't have a void sword yet, so I'll have to wait.
Cool. Wish I could do that.
Nice. Looks like I'll be making my void sword soon.
Barely landed a claw on him.
Oh my god, comparing my combat now to when I first started this, it's like a night and day difference.
Imagine getting a horse up in one of these things. He would be cursing a blue streak.
Oh.
What was really fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
I've at least been here before.
Bernardo was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become
Safely in
a
smoke.
god again. How odd, he thought, that the Iblis Stone had nothing to say about any of this. Well, no matter. Once he killed this petty Toad Emperor, he would bring back the Black Sun. Bernardo had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
Could be the new aerobics craze. Am I right?
Oh.
he'd confront the Emperor.
Oh yeah, I
Funny
didn't
that
get to
this
go up
whole
here
war
last
had come
time.
about because the Emperor feared death. Now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Healer? Is that a healer? Oh, buffers. Nice. What, I don't get any experience for that? Okay.
He found the Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
Back to hell, fiend.
Croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent
Emperor! Croaked the speaker. They held some arcane items he didn't recognize. He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies. And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded. It stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze, black and pitiless as the sun, passed through the void into the land. And so time ended.
Oh my god, anything I do destroys the universe. I gotta be
Stared
nicer.
at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way. It was the book, wasn't it?
Hey, welcome to the stream. Just
Oracles
finished another
showed you your
story.
destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die
2 truths unlocked,
miserably.
so I can finally do tier
Thanks
3
a
skills.
bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he'd learn another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone
Oh my god, I won't let me
who
skip
used
it.
But that meant there must be a destiny where he survived and won, right? Otherwise, what was the point? And with that, the book's pages fluttered back once more to the beginning, and the clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong.
Let me skip it.
But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yes.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor.
Okay. And we'll try to go through the Sky Ripper end and not ruin the world. Again. Maybe, just maybe, the world will survive.
As he set foot on the island, Reynardo could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lupino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Reynardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Sorry, mustache, thought Reynardo.
Oh my god, finally. Oh, damn it. Damn it. There we go. Wow. Wow, one single ore away. Oh, that makes me sad. There's gonna be another workbench up later.
As for the gate, well, he could take her or leave her. Sorry, best I could do. The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands had died. But Reynardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Every day he was getting better and better.
Sad face. Finally, get to explore more here.
No skateboarding, the sign said.
Oh, damn, no skateboarding. It's a good style. Not bad.
Ooh, Reynardo loved to improve his gear.
Welcome to the stream. Oh, hey, look, it's the area I was stuck in forever earlier. Could have done better.
He's practically sure he finds something useful in one of these things.
Is there anything good over here?
That is a very cool sword, thought Reynardo. No, seriously. He couldn't feel his paw anymore.
Oh, there's literally no point in doing that. Pretty sure there's another way to go back here. Oh, son of a bitch. Should have gone that other way.
Boy, if looks could kill.
Son of a bitch. Damn it. I was hoping I would still appear on the other side. What? I was fucking behind it. There we go. Did it right this time.
Hey, you're kind of cute. Not really.
Oh, it's just a little floating glowy thing.
Ah, a puzzle. Renato loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
See if I can do this with 5 health.
I think this is yours, said Renato. But he couldn't hear his enemy's answer.
Hurrah for a chest. Come on,
That had
hell.
been his mistake before, thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself. He had to be cleverer than that. Or braver. Or something. There it was. Sky Ripper's
Ripper's
armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him. It was a no-brainer.
Just keep him on this path, see where it goes. I mean, I already know where it goes, but I'll change slightly before.
doubt sunk in before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
Ooh, what's this? It can be fun because I'm almost dead.
Who wants to die first?
Damn it, I survived.
This stone was incredibly valuable. Reynardo could sense it. Also, it still had its price tag.
Nice. Welcome to the stream. Wait, where the hell was I supposed to go? Over here? Oh. Health? Nah. Health? Nah. Continue that way, or should I go this way? Ooh, it's a point of no return. I think I'm going this way for now. Also, point of no return.
You never knew where the road would take you, thought Reynardo.
Yes! More health.
You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be Imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead.
Damn, I pressed wrong button.
Was that your shield?
Awesome style, but imperfect. Could have been better. Treasure hunter.
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone?
Shit.
And he was getting hungry too. This was an
And he
unhealthy
also
place to
died.
be. What were these poles exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
Guess this is where I'm supposed to go.
If they didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
This is like the widest area I've been in.
Boy, if only you had some sort of gun that made portals.
Nice. So have any of y'all played this game before?
Of course there was a puzzle. You couldn't expect the Transcendent Emperor to bury a god's eye in a leather sack where anyone could pick it up.
Worth it. Worth it.
Haven't you always wanted to do that?
Nice. It's like the more I play, the better I get at this. Oh look, the core. What's over here? Nothing.
The 20-sided
Welcome
core
to the
made him
stream.
feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts and he hadn't liked what he
Don't
smelled
care,
and
don't
saw
care, don't
there,
care.
this felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
Oh, fine. Just leave my stream, why don't you?
Well, of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective. Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground?
Oh, well,
How
what's this?
perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction. And, hopefully this time, just his destruction.
It's like, oh my god, finally, health. Didn't I just go up the stairs last time? What a cool sword. Where does this go? I'll be right back, guys. I need to see if I can change my screen settings on my PlayStation. I'll see if that helped. Nope, did not help at all. What's in the box?
There was blood on this one, so it hadn't saved its owner.
Bling Master, motherfuckers. I guess it's time to go up the stairs.
It wasn't his fault. They looked so breakable. Yeah.
Oh, I bet there's enemies through here. Oh my god, how did I know? Damn, if only I'd gotten it perfect.
felt a little bad stealing crafting materials from chests. A legendary weapon was exactly what the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind Emperor had become a tyrant.
How did I
His
get to
ravens
that?
stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered at what the Emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun.
What?
No. He would
This game
stop
is so
that
glitchy.
toad, no matter what the risk.
So glitchy.
Renato's path was clear. Let the scientists ensure the Sky Ripper was safe to use, bring it to the rebel base, and then assault the Imperial fleet for the win.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
It was a bit windy up here.
What? My god, I hate this game sometimes. And still not working.
A for effort, D for dead.
Haha. Ooh, stuff.
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Sky Ripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Yeah, the Sky Ripper could tear a hole in existence. At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
One way or another, there had to be a safe way to use it.
Ooh. Both of these are new. Let's go this way.
On the way to the ruins of the city of Ubar, Renato had plenty of time to ponder what the toads had said. Strings and holes and something called anti-stuff. Well, he didn't understand any of it, but it made him nervous. Renato would hear one metaphor and decide the Sky Ripper was safe, and then another, and worry it was catastrophically dangerous. If it could destroy the entire world, Nothing was worth risking that. But if it couldn't, then not using it would be an act of cowardice. Of course, it could be catastrophically dangerous. Renato knew that. But maybe it wasn't always. He would bring the Sky Ripper to the Council.
Let's meet the Council, see what they say.
The truth was, if it wasn't safe, then it was dangerous. They couldn't use it. He'd found the Sky Ripper for nothing. He should have rescued his friend Lupino. Oh, he should have confronted Zenobia. He had nothing but his sword. But maybe the Council would have an idea?
Where does this door go? Oh, chest. Oh, I've been here.
Can you guys actually tell each other apart? Because I'm thinking name tags.
The ruins. Why were so many ravens scouring the ruins? Had someone betrayed the secret base? He missed her. Not Zenobia. Hypatia, the kid's mother. Renato had never thought he'd date a librarian. He'd always figured himself for the barmaid type. But then, he'd never figured the library of Ubar would have comic books, or that Hypatia would know anything about them. He missed her.
Nice.
Well, they really needed to redecorate anyway.
That's
Renato
horrible.
thought about how he could have used the Sky Ripper to assault the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. He shuddered. That could have gone very wrong.
Oh, this whole place.
Don't look down, he thought.
Finally go through here. Is it a sword? Is it a key? Actually got a trophy for killing myself.
Renato had always wanted a flying carpet. This was more like a flying tabletop. But it would do.
Nice, new gem. Not bad, not bad.
So that's what they meant by a firewall.
Haha,
Lots
get
of
it?
firewall.
Like a computer firewall, only this is actual firewall. Nice, attack speed +2.
A raven cawed, "There he is!" And they ran away, cawing. They knew he had the core, didn't they? And they were afraid of it. Little did they know, he couldn't use it.
Wait, if they didn't know he couldn't use it,
Yes! A sword can be powerful without ever being
Walking
drawn from its
stream.
scabbard.
Just about to finish up, I think it's like my 4th story. Damn, almost got it. Perfect. That should make me a little sad. And what?
What could he craft with the materials he had? Renato had a pretty good idea, actually.
Nice.
No one beat Renato at hot potato.
Nice. Damn, I need some health. I always need health at this point.
sleep tight, thought Renato.
Oh, I got my health back. Along with death. How? I don't understand the mechanics sometimes.
See? With enough leverage, you could go anywhere. The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Yep, just Make sure I can't move. That's fucking beautiful.
Once again, Renato was dead right. Or actually just dead.
Gonna get it this time, guarantee. Or not. What the little...
He said to no one in particular as he died.
Got it this time, I'm sure. Or not. Guys, I swear this will be the last time. There we go.
Actually, it already did.
Told ya. Okay, don't care, don't care. Something good.
Boy, someone has spent a lot of money for a graduation present.
And the rebel base.
Renato barely made it to the hideout when he was shoved into a meeting room. He laid out his plan. They were shocked. Bluff the Emperor with an unusable weapon?
Yeah, it's brilliant, laughed Renato. He keeps sending ravens, none of them come back. How does he know it's my sword?
I suppose there's no harm if it fails. Take the Sky Ripper into a firing position,
croaked the speaker.
I shall attempt to hail him by far, Speaker.
It was a huge bluff. Renato had no cards to play. Just a weapon that could maybe destroy everything he hated and everything he loved. Could he be sure it wouldn't work?
Skip past this, but apparently I haven't seen it yet.
Of course not. Of course the Emperor couldn't be sure it wouldn't work, and he must believe in ancient weapons if he hoped to bring back the lost gods, right?
And to the warships.
What terms could he offer Isengrim III? Now, he would have to step down, obviously. And accept the rebellion? Was that asking too much?
Sub-Zero
Maybe Renato
beat.
would ask him to make Zenobia Empress. Yeah, his daughter, after all. She would never sacrifice innocent kittens and puppies to bring back the lost gods. No. Renato had to seem confident.
Overconfident, even. Like he was sure he could blow up the Emperor's ship to hell. I mean, who believes a cautious bluff?
You ever play this game?
The mysterious sword from the east made you so fast you could catch a fly with your chopsticks. If that's what you really wanted.
It's free on PlayStation Plus. Like, I wasn't expecting this game to be this good, but I was streaming this for like 3 hours tonight.
Reynardo remembered when he'd first stolen one of these. Good times.
Yeah, I saw that this was one of the free
It was
games, so I figured I'd
strange.
give it a
Fighting
try.
to place a weapon he could not use. But he could end the war tonight with just a threat.
But I mean, this game is
So
like
much more humane than destroying
100
a ship
times
or
better than
an
I thought it
entire
would be.
fleet. And then he would destroy the Sky Ripper in case some other adventurer was tempted. You never knew about some of these other foxes. Yeah. Soon, it would all be over.
Once, we found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he broke. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
Oops.
Don't look down, he told himself. Don't look down.
You should have seen me when I was first playing this. Like, I could not get combat down at all. Like, I died like 3 or 4 times in the very first part. It was awful.
Hoped his hook didn't break.
Nice, leveled up. And end of the story.
He set up the Sky Ripper and let it warm up. Zenobia came out, flanked by a whole platoon of ravens. I know you, Reynardo. You won't actually use that, she said.
Oh, awesome. Thanks for
I
the
know
follow,
what the
man.
scientist told you. That it would totally blow up your fleet.
Always appreciate
You're
that.
reckless, Reynardo. Bold. Dashing. Brave. Devil-may-care. Wild. Impulsive. Hasty. Rash. Sometimes even a little harebrained. A bit feckless, even. You just don't think things through. Oh, get to the point, woman. But you're not crazy. How do you know I didn't go crazy? Demanded Renato, doing his very best to look crazy. Well, go ahead then. Press the trigger. Oh, damn her. She'd seen through him again. She never fell for his bluffs. This was the moment to do something brilliant. To come up with exactly the right thing to say, to make a heroic move. That's what heroes do. Oh, but he couldn't think of anything that wasn't obviously stupid. He was too shocked to move. Her ravens came and seized the Sky Ripper. He stared as they pushed it over the side into the abyss. Hey! Oh, I fought really hard to get that. It should never have come back. And he had to admit she was right. She had always been right. It was one of the frustrating things about her. Years later, as he rotted to his death in an Imperial prison cell, Renato was still trying to come up with something clever and heroic that he could have done in that last moment. But he never could.
And just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, and he hadn't learned anything new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome. But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yes, because I've actually done that like 5 times already.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
New path, yay!
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen the winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had fled the Ravens?
Ooh, sparkly, thought Renato.
never frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Reynardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the ravens caw about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice. You couldn't hack this kind of firewall. You had to warm it up to you.
I get it. Nice. I've already got a lot of trophies for this game. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go check on my trophies. I went from 5% to 40%. In there.
Look, it's not personal, but your smell is terrible. Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Excuse me. Alright. Almost upgraded another sword. Enemies!
Those flames really bring out your eyes.
Good style, not bad. So many altars. Oh, ooh.
Ah, the road less traveled, thought Reynardo. How intriguing.
What gem is this? Nice. I think I've gotten hit like once. There's my
Dirty
buddy.
and bloody,
Welcome to the
Renato
stream.
finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck.
Oh, I thought you were in danger.
I am. The Ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing.
Yeah, I'm just checking what that trophy is. Aha, I've stepped
See, this
foot on
guard
every
owed me 52
island.
ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia.
We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power. To make the Sky Ripper, the transcend...
I wonder what it's like getting the Sky Ripper without the armature. Must be worth a try at least.
It's beautiful here, thought Renato. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit, but something was not quite right.
Come on, ore. Ore, you whore. Yeah, last time it jumped on the well. I'm gonna try something different this time around.
If
Nice.
only he had some way to break the ice. Or convince it he was a friend.
See, that one was for 50 small chests. For next level. Just need 100 more. That's maxed out, that's maxed out. Oh, what a surprise, enemies. Could have done better. That's what I was looking for.
Not everyone knew how to use magical gems. Of course, not everyone had magical gem gauntlets like he did.
Boo. I'm starting to get worse. Oh man, my controller's dying.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
I think I went this way before.
Maybe I should follow my nose. Thought
Yeah, I
Renato.
did go that way before.
You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be Imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead.
Renato felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about
Nothing
this.
over here?
Renato thought.
There is.
Maybe Lapina was right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
Yes,
Everything
more health.
hurt. And then it didn't.
What up? Oh look, it's this puzzle.
The thing about puzzles was, once you solved one, you knew how to solve it again. Puzzles had no, what was the word? Replayability? Renato wondered if you could design a puzzle that would be different every time you played with it. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it would be, but that won't happen.
Felt back for littering. These islands are short on trash cans.
Here's the core.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Renato felt queasy. Like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling.
Tell you what, said Lapino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost.
Ooh, that's new.
The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Renato. But what if Lapino lost the core to the Empire? That could be a good thing, couldn't it? Was Renato ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
Trust me, Renato, you won't regret this. I'll treat the core like it was my own baby daughter.
As the Farfarer dived towards
bet
the
I'm gonna
Nexus,
regret this.
Lapino was jumping up and down with excitement. "Stop rabbiting around," Renato said. Lapino just stared at him. The moment the ship landed, Lapino leapt off the ship.
That's right, guys. Stop rabbiting around.
As Lupino vanished into the wilds of the Nexus,
Oh, this world.
Renato vaguely
Or
remembered
island.
Lupino had a baby daughter, didn't he? And he told her mother he was going out to get some Easter eggs, and he'd never come back. But Renato was relieved not to carry the core anymore. He was already feeling better. And who knows, maybe this time Lupino would get it right. And if Renato could
Doubt
take
it.
the outpost, he'd have access to all the Empire's communications in the sector. Right?
Good style.
There was an engraving. Maximum capacity, 130 people.
How would you even fit 130 people on there? That's the real question. Nice. Finally have the Void Sword for this area. And there's nothing over here, is there? Not bad, not bad.
This jewel was more than sparkly. It had arcane power and an engraving.
I thought I
Just
couldn't get
indeed.
the shield breaker up higher.
Renato caught his breath. His joints still hurt, but he couldn't feel the poison in his system anymore. He'd let the armature slip out of his hands to save his friend Lupino. Of course he had to let Lupino take the core. The rebellion needed every man doing his duty. And the rabbit would be no good taking on an Imperial outpost, right?
Ooh, a workbench. Did he have any jewels he hadn't tried out?
He had.
Oh, that just means it's equipped. Okay, duh. See, I thought that the little white star next to him meant that it couldn't go up any higher.
Renato took the outpost with a song in his heart.
Nice.
Soon, he was stuffing his sack.
Let's see what this one's for. Nice. Got that for finishing the entire level without taking damage.
A new message. The observatory had been sacked by ravens. Lupino and all the scientists had been taken to the mountains. Why? Why had he trusted Lupino again? And now the Empire had the core. Renato hailed the rebel base to warn them. But their far speaker didn't crouch back. Was the base under attack too?
both knew.
Who knew what was going on at the base? But he knew what the Ravens would do to Lapino if Renato didn't rescue him fast. What are old friends for?
Oh my god, Lapino was absolutely worthless. Like, yeah, he's a good friend, but quit getting caught.
Renato felt a twinge of doubt. Should he have gone to the base? No. Logically, wherever they'd taken Lapino was probably where they took the core, right? Oh, why couldn't Lapino have just for once not got himself captured?
Right?
Is that too much to
Literally
ask?
what I just said.
He shouldn't be too hard on the rabbit. No, he meant well, and he was insanely brave. You have to admire that. Renato wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
Woo! Dead. There we go. Much better this time.
Where were they holding Lapino anyway?
Dying compared to
There
taking
was
no
no sign of
damage.
him or the Ravens who'd captured him. Just rocks and snow and the usual scouts. No sign of the core either.
Look, more enemies.
Wild rabbit chase? Oh, trust Lapino to screw up even getting captured. But what was this rebellion for anyway? Lapino was a useless goof. But he was a friend. If friends didn't matter anymore, what was the point of winning this war?
Damn.
There was a sign. Take the goat across first.
Which those things would let you go back down. Then after I finish this story, I'll probably be ending my stream for the night.
Renato felt surprisingly unwounded.
What do you mean surprisingly? I planned that.
Sometimes, Renato really hated inanimate objects.
That's me most of the time. Was there anything this way?
He needed some way to break the ice with this wall, so to speak.
Woo! See where the hell this one goes. Actually went a lot farther than I was expecting it to.
Open, says me.
Jesus Christ, what even happened?
You thought? I'm the hero.
Oh. I guess I don't get to fight him again? Cool. Click, 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 glitch. And Rashid.
A gem of power. He didn't find those every day.
I'm not sure you find those all the time.
Renato thought about the intel he'd gathered from the outpost. Who would he bring it to? Who even had time to read it?
Hey. Hey. I'm a firefox, thought Renato.
Oh, boo. And stuck in the ground. No. Someone help me. I need an adult.
Renato checked to make sure his sword was still working. Yep.
Come on, there should be something you can do. See if there's anything I can do. If anyone has any suggestions. Awesome, they've been having this bug since, you know, like April. Like earlier I managed to like at least like fall through the ground.
Truth was, Renato really liked the sound his sword made in the air.
Someone help me. I need an adult.
Sometimes, at home, he'd wave his sword around for hours.
Alright, I think... Oh my god, this sucks. I was so far. Alright, I think that's going to be the end of my stream for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry about that stupid... Oh, wait. See if I can continue, or... See, at least puts me back in the same spot. If we start the story from the beginning, then I will obviously be ending my stream, but if I can start with this last mission, perfect.
Renato felt a twinge
Yes.
of doubt. Should he have gone to the base? No. Logically, wherever they'd taken Lapino was probably where they took the core, right? Oh, why couldn't Lapino have just for once not got himself captured? Was that too much to ask? He shouldn't be too hard on the rabbit. No, he meant well, and he was insanely brave. We had to admire that. You never get tired of doing that, thought Renato.
Well, I still don't know if I'm in the right area or not anymore. My god.
What's behind? Door number 2.
Probably death and despair. So it normally seems to be behind all these damn doors. Really? All that for a fucking blue chest? Ooh, 2 blue chests.
There was an inscription on the platform. Balalaika lessons with an address.
Could have gone better.
Where were they holding Lapino anyway? There was no sign of him or the ravens who'd captured him. Just rocks and snow and the usual scouts. No sign of the
There,
core
I'm
either.
finally catching up to where I
Was this
just
a
was.
wild rabbit chase? Oh, trust Lapino to screw up even getting captured. But what was this rebellion for anyway? Well, Lapino was a useless goof, but he was a friend. If friends didn't matter anymore, what was the point of winning this war?
What else could you hook?
Yeah, I wanted to go this way last time. I haven't been over here yet.
That he didn't feel more pain. Just a bit dizzy. Ooh.
Nice. 10 ore away from leveling up.
Reynardo went to the china shop. For some reason, the owner was always nervous.
Well, look, I'm like right where I got stuck at almost. So have you guys ever played this game before? Here it is, right where I got stuck. Okay, maybe that wasn't where I got stuck.
Alas, they had
YOLO.
to bury him in a bucket.
Shit.
Actually, several buckets.
Probably should not have grabbed that exploding dude and throw him to the nearest enemy. Worked again.
I wonder what happens if I go that way.
The rebellion would soon be engaging the Imperial fleet in a desperate battle.
That's where I got stuck
All
at.
Reynardo had done was save a friend.
Or was it here?
It didn't feel as good as he'd hoped.
Cards.
At the end of the mountain path, Reynardo came to a clearing. There was a campfire, raven feathers, and Lupino's lucky deck of cards. Well, that wasn't good. Reynardo hoped Lupino would not try to cheat.
By the way,
his
thanks for
captors
watching,
at
guys.
cards. Ravens were
I appreciate it.
much
It's
better
really
than
cool
weasels
having
at
people
counting,
just watch me play video
and they had a
games.
very poor sense of humor.
Then, he saw what he had hoped never to see. Fresh scraps of
And a
rabbit fur.
shout out to Zero Beat for
Ragged
following
and
me.
bloody, ravens would eat
Much
anything.
appreciated.
By Grabthar's hammer! Bernardo screamed at the sky. I will avenge you!
The rebels had assembled their fleet. Ahead, clouds were dark with Imperial ships. If he could reach the Emperor before the rest of the rebels did, maybe he could settle this without too much bloodshed. He set sail, and the Farfarer shot forward.
Oh shit, everyone left. Just for you.
Poor Lapino had never been a great warrior. The Mad Rabbit was good for a lark and a laugh. and a pint. The thought of ravens
God, I could
eating
go
him
for a
made
pint right
Renato
now.
furious. The way they were eating up the land. The way the Emperor was eating up the people with his new, bloodthirsty ways. He would make them all pay.
Look, enemies. No? Wow. Do I? Oh my god, it's about time I level up.
This was way better than being able to shrink down to the size of an ant. What was that all about, anyway?
My god, 3 ore away. Okay. I was gonna say, is the ship gonna load this time?
Definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
No. Yes. I can finish upgrading one of my swords. Gonna have 100 ore left.
Renato had once read a story where a rabbit went into a portal with a fly and came out with a fly's head. It creeped him out to even think about it.
Nice, never been through this door. Come on, rare gem. Aww.
Renato remembered when the Emperor had first come to the throne. He built universities and libraries. He used to invite scientists to dinner. What could have made that toad so afraid of death that he would risk bringing back the lost gods?
Oh lord. Was not expecting that. Nope, still not safe.
He tried. You're hooked.
Nice. Damn it, still no gem. This trophy was for 25 epic chests. I've gotten like 70% of the trophies already. Good, almost done. By the way, welcome to the stream, third guy.
He had given up every objective to save his friend. He had given up the armature, the core, the gem, and even Zenobia. He loved Lupino, he realized. And now the rabbit was gone. A hero looks out for his friends, even when they're gone. He would send Lupino an honor guard of ravens to serve him in the halls of the Valiant. He would avenge him.
Always grab one on the second ship. Let's try the third ship. See if it's any different. Ooh, it is. Slightly. Guess here it doesn't even matter. That could have gone better. But gonna level up at the end. So that's always nice. Damn it. There we go. Time for me to die. Woo! And everyone left. Thanks, love you guys too. Nice. What a way to end the story. And I think after this, I'm going to be ending my stream once I see what happens here.
Finally, he reached the Emperor's ship. And there was Lupino, surrounded by ravens. He was alive. They'd eaten some other rabbit. I'll save you! He shouted with joy and flung himself at the ravens. "Oh, you shouldn't have," said Lupino when the last raven was down. Reynardo threw his arms around his best friend. I had to come. I love you, man. You really, really shouldn't have, said Lapino. And Reynardo felt a rather sharp pain in his back. As he collapsed, Lapino took the dagger out of Reynardo's back and wiped it off on Reynardo's sleeve. Why? You always have to be the hero. Brave Reynardo, epic Reynardo, super sexy Reynardo, and I'm sick of it.
But I loved you.
And you thought I was the idiot, said Lapino as Reynardo died.
Damn.
But he'd learned another true thing. Lapino was a traitor. Reynardo had suspected there was something wrong with the Mad Rabbit. But now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
Yes, tier 4 skills unlocked. Right, well that is it for my stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. I have the entire day off. Alright, feel free to follow me, and have a wonderful night.